guys, so just a quick little haul. Most of it is sort of replenishment, so I'm sure you've seen these products before. And the first one is the Benefiance Enriched Balancing Softener. Now they do have one in just a regular, not enriched. I tend to always use the enriched regardless of whether or not it's summer or winter. I just kind of prefer it. And the regular one sort of has more of a bit of a greenish tint. There's just a little difference in color. Love, love, love that. And then the Benefiance. Now the Benefiance line is really for more sort of maturing skin. I really only just recently started to get into this part of the Shiseido line. I sort of always used white Lucent or just the regular line. But that's the Benefiance Cleansing Foam, and I use this in the evening time. And it has little sort of granules, which I thought perhaps were exfoliating beads, which I was not crazy about. But having talked to somebody, they were actually hyaluronic beads. So extra moisture for, you know, us dry gals. So there's that. And again, I just use that one in the nighttime, and I use this in the day, which is the White Lucent Cleansing Foam. They're all cleansing foams. All my cleansers are foams. Whoopity. Ooh. And that one looks like that. And it's a brightening cleansing foam. It's certainly not meant to lighten your skin. I know there's a huge craze in Asia with, you know, really, really pale skin and going as far as, you know, lightening it as many shades as they can possibly get. I'm really all just about, you know, you're born with what you're born with. So, you know, as much as we fudge things with, you know, makeup and hair and all that sort of stuff, I really don't want to start getting into, you know, bleaching of the skin. I just don't find that that's my cup of tea. But, you know, hey, I'm not someone's mother. Whatever floats your boat. So there's that, and I use this one in the day with my Clarisonic. It just foams up like a mofo, you know, just in the best possible way. And it's in the shower. I use my Clarisonic in the shower. Now you have to be careful with that steam level. You really don't want a lot of irritants when your pores are open like that. So I cool down the water quite a bit, especially when I rinse my face off. It's in pretty tepid water. So there's that. And then I was looking for a good base, and the MAC paint pots are really, really good. I've got 3 of them. I think it's Constructivist, Groundwork, and Soft Ochre. And Soft Ochre is a very sort of kind of a yellow based, and what I found with that is it just started to get really, really dry, and I just, you know, when you put it on, it was really sort of a dry formulation. The other 2 have stayed really nice and moist, and I hate that word. But it stayed really quite fresh looking, and the Soft Ochre, I don't know what it is, but it's just, ugh, I was starting to get really kind of sick of the whole thing, quite honestly. And so I tried to go back into my Laura Mercier eye basics that I used to use quite a bit before the new sort of packaging and formulation. And I did get one in cotton, and I just found it a bit too light. It was sort of the yellowest out of the bunch because the other ones, the wheat, the linen, all that sort of had a bit of a fleshy pink tone. And I find the Groundwork is sort of similar to that on my skin tone, so I really didn't want to do a repeat. I wanted a straight sort of neutral with more of a yellow tinge. And I found that to be too light. Where it was like, wow, and it would actually lighten the shadows that I would put on top of it. So I took that back, and I was sort of looking around, and somebody had mentioned this, and that is this one, the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. Now, you know what? When I went on to Makeup Alley after I purchased it, because I just happened to be there and I was thinking I was going to find a different Laura Mercier color, but I just couldn't find one that I was looking for. You know, this has gotten really crappy reviews. The majority of them have been sort of crappy, and most of the complaints are that way too much product comes out. I really don't find that problem because I just don't pump down all the way. I just pump down where it's like the tiniest amount and I stop. So I find I can control it. You know, if I was to do a full pump, my gosh, I mean, it would be enough to last you a week. So they are right in saying that a lot of product comes out, but you can certainly control that by just squeezing it a titch. And it's very, very neutral. It's tantamount to using a concealer, but with concealers, they're not meant really, they can sort of crease up every once in a while, especially in the hot weather. So I was really looking for a specific base. And funny enough, this is supposed to make your concealer stay as well. It's like a primer for your concealer as well as your eyeshadow. I don't use it for that. Maybe one of these days I'll try it, but honestly, I find that to be a little bit bizarro. So there's that. And then, because Lisa in her wonderful sort of care packaging thing had included a few samples, and I've been using this Anastasia because of course I use my shoe pencil, and when I did use the powder, I used the Laura Mercier Duo, and I was actually trying to find that again, just to switch it up. I just like having a choice of a pencil and a powder because I've been using the shoe straight for, I don't know how long, forever, and I couldn't find it in Brunette again, and I thought she discontinued it. Well, when I talked to the actual rep, she said, no, they haven't discontinued it. They're reformulating it, but they just couldn't do it fast enough before the others sort of all got sold out. So she doesn't expect it until the fall or so. But when I tried this, I really liked it, and I like the fact that there's a little bit of wax in it. Not really noticeable, but enough to kind of stick it on there, and I'm using that right now. So I actually wound up getting, you know, the full size, and this is the little one in Brunette. I'm really not crazy about this packaging. I don't like this sort of doohickey in the back. I find with the Becca ones, that would just, the little pin would break or something, and then that lid is just, you know, it's toast. So, what do I have next? Oh, I've got two other things that are really, really... Okay, so the last two items I just came across, certainly was not in... not so much not in the mood, but I certainly wasn't looking for something like this. And, you know, that's the problem when you just have, you know, you're waiting for someone or something, and then you just have a look around, and then all of a sudden, you know, things just pop up at you and say, hi, buy me, take me home. So, it's called Sula, and it's actually a Canadian company. Yay! They are, well, maybe they're not. Well, it says Toronto, but it also says London, but it says made in Canada. I don't know. It's very bizarre. So they've got a few different things, but it is made in Canada, and perhaps they have a distributor in London as well. But this is basically a collection of roll-on perfumes. And if you can see, they have 6 of them. And it's one of the rare times where the entire collection, save one, I love, and you know what? I really love roll-ons. It kind of harkens me back to my childhood. We used to have roll-on lip glosses and stuff, and little roll-on perfumes. I really, really love that, and especially in the summertime, I really like to use oils rather than a spray. I mean, obviously, I'll use a spray as well, but these are great for, you know, pulse points and stuff, as they say. They kind of show you little points to the body, and they're just such great fragrances. Champagne sugar, I know that's not very descriptive, but oh my god, it's so delicious. Blackberry, sun-kissed citrus, vanilla blossom, butterfly kiss. I know, what the hell does a butterfly kiss smell like? I don't know. Really delicious. And stiletto musk. That's the only one that I'm not too cuckoo about. Just because I'm not a fan of musk as the sort of predominant note. It's fine in the dry down, and if you want to like slip a little bit of musk, white musk, whatever, in there, I'm okay with you. But if you make that as the top and throughout the whole thing, forget it. So that one I'm not too crazy about, but gosh, you know, how lovely is that? I've just been using them every day. So really, really love that. And then this is also by Sula, and I've just never heard of this. It says it's 100% organic in the sort of display, but it doesn't say it on the bottle. And this one says it's made in Taiwan. That's sort of bizarre, but it's definitely Toronto, Canada. So it's a Canadian-based company, but this is paint and peel. So you're supposed to put 2 coats. It says on a naked nail, and then just touch up. But then it also says to layer it with permanent top and base coat. So perhaps not a completely naked nail. I'm sure they're meaning don't put it on top of another color. And who the heck does that? I mean, do you really have to put that? Anyways, I haven't tried it yet, but you paint it on, and when you're done, you peel it off. There's no need for a polish remover at all. And it doesn't have harmful chemicals or any of that such stuff. It does have the ingredients are way too small. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily say it on the package, but in their display, it said that it was 100% organic. I think they even said vegan. And this is the interesting thing about vegan polishes, because I actually bought something that I'll show in another vid. And you're kind of thinking, it was a vegan line, it said 100% vegan on it, and I thought, well, where the heck does vegan come into play when it has to do with nail polishes and nail oils and such? And I did a little bit of research and reading, and it turns out the shimmer that they use in polishes, that sort of gorgeous shimmer, not the flat mattes, they're made out of fish scales. Which I had no idea of. And I remember watching Love, Peace, and Lip Gloss, and she was mentioning that Lisa, with one of the polishes that they had both tried, was saying, oh gosh, you know, it's almost like fish scales. Well, that's because it is. It actually is fish scales that they use for shimmer and iridescence. So this line doesn't use any of that sort of stuff, as well as another line that I'm going to show you. So that was kind of an interesting point of fact. But yeah, very, very happy with these two. I think they're just really, really different. Definitely this one. And I just love this little pack. They're just phenomenal fragrances and not your sort of everyday type of stuff. So thanks so much for watching.